think this is gonna sit up here, man. It got so hot. We'll see how long it sits up there. Top of the morning, top of the night, whatever the case may be. My name's Ben Matthews, aka Ben Time Traveler. I am who I say I am. Your alien government with inside the government ain't who they say they are. Trust me on this. I know these things. I'm going to talk about a couple things tonight. First one is 31 there, they like to call it. You know, I tried explaining this before about galaxies inside the universe and how you could have two different galaxies spinning in opposite directions, and the outer bands of these galaxies cross paths. And that's exactly what you're seeing right now. Now, they say interstellar object, and it's actually from another galaxy. And but what they're not telling you is the amount of objects that are going to cross paths with your galaxy is, I don't know how to explain it, but this has happened before, and last time it happened, you had a object collide with a planet, and that's where you get your asteroid belt from, and that's what ripped off Mars's atmosphere. You're just seeing little debris of objects, but when the big objects like planets, because they get thrown out too. See, if they don't tell you this shit, man, because I don't keep it a secret for people, don't panic, whatever. I don't get that either, man. But my phone holder is gonna fall off because it's so hot, man, and melted, man. But it is what it is, man. But you got to think of the universe as like a container that contains all these galaxies, and you do get them to cross paths all the time. It's no secret. But this object coming now, well, actually they're trying to say it's only about 7 miles wide. Thing's over 20 miles wide. Okay, let me tell you, man. What's up, Paris? It's over 20 miles wide. And it don't even have to hit Earth to cause any damage. Just by it going by can do so much damage, man. But then again, aka Nibiru, which this ain't the same object, and don't think that I'm saying that. But Nibiru comes from the same place as these objects are coming from. And it's not far behind it, okay? It's not far behind it at all. Just telling you the truth, the facts. Now, they can come out here and say this, and they can come out here and say that. I guess they don't want to scare you and mass panic, whatever, man. But as you see the North Pole's moving, along with the continents, by the way, because of the pole, the pole that it has on your planet, and your continents are just sitting there on. They move, you all know the facts about the continents and how they work and what's going. Well, when you have something pulling on your planet, it makes it move a little bit faster. And that's when the pole shift comes in effect too. But y'all find out soon enough. And if you don't think that this object can't hit Earth, and let's hope it don't hit Earth, because that's not going to be good at all. But to think it won't, hang on, let me see if I can do something with this damn thing. I don't think I'm going to be able to. Trying to see if I can get it done. Even if it just rests like that, I guess it'd be all right. Oh, I have an arrow. I guess I'm gonna have to buy a new. It's so hot, man. It melted. It won't stick to my windshield anymore. But anyway, said what I had to say about 31, man. I'm gonna leave it as this, man. Let these other people come out here and talk shit and lie to you and shit. But it's bigger than 7 miles. It's a little over 20 miles wide. And think about it, 20 miles, man. Think how big that is. If that hit Earth, holy sh! You think the dinosaurs felt some pain? It's nothing. And the dinosaurs weren't completely wiped out by the asteroid impact either, by the way. A lot more happened and shit, man, with the pole shift and the continents and the flooding and the volcanoes going off and the crazy weather that happened at that time. They just said an asteroid hit Earth and killed the dinosaurs. There was a lot more that went on. The asteroid hit Earth, but the dinosaurs and a lot of other species could have survived that. But it's all the other shit that happened with it. The pole shift, and like I said, the volcanoes and the crazy weather. Another thing I was going to talk about is people better watch out what they wish for, man, with Epstein files. Okay? These people come out here and they talk about the flight logs and shit. Flight logs ain't shit, man. All right? The plane don't land on the island. It's the boat logs. The boat that's taking them over to the island. That's where you looky. All right? And if you know where to look, you can find that information yourself, man. You don't need none of these odd truthers to come out here and lie about it, man. But people better watch out, man, for what they wish for, man, because a lot of people's names are going to come out, man, and be affected by this, which rightfully they should be, But my thing is, and it always been, man, I don't know why the hell they it's all about the money laundering and shit, man. How come they don't go after them for that too? You squeeze somebody for the money laundering and shit, man, and they start talking shit, man. Then they tell you other things. Yeah, this thing ain't gonna stay up here, man. Sorry about that. But this is gonna be quite interesting, man, what this comet comes through, man. It's not so much the comet itself when it comes through and shit. It's the bigger objects that are following it. And I've said this before, man. more and more of these objects are going to start coming in and to our galaxy, Milky Way, and they're going to get bigger and bigger. It's happened before. It's just like I said, two hurricanes, man, spinning in opposite directions and the outer bands and shit, swinging through. And, I don't know how many 240 million years. You know, still nonetheless, man. About 240 million years. I don't know exactly. I'm not too sure how for the Milky Way. It goes around 240 million years. I'm not sure if that's right or not. Don't quote me on that. But you're going to see more and more objects like this, and they're going to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger till finally, AKA Nibiru, any way you want to pronounce it, shows its ugly face, man. The Anunnaki ain't lying. And the closer they get to your sun, because they travel with your binary sun, closer they get to your sun, the warmer this planet gets, the warmer their planet gets. And that's why they were spraying stuff around their planet to help reduce the heat, block out the suns, both suns, to lower, well, try to lower the temperature. Well, they succeed because they're more advanced than you. You're just now like starting it. You're just starting to do what they're doing in the sky right now. And they call it climate change, global warming, call it whatever the frick they want to call it. The truth is just the truth, man. You know, I kind of was pissed off at Trump for a while. And you all know that I ain't gonna take down the videos and change my attitude towards him because he still had a relationship with Epstein, and whether it's money laundering or not, because I always felt more that it was all about the money laundering than it was about the children with Trump. It's still breaking the law. We watched Martha Stewart go to prison for tax evasions for a lot less. A lot of people, man. It's all these elite, man, think they're better. And look at that person, excuse me, running for the job in New York as mayor. He goes over there to Africa and shit, and he's got 40 armed masked men because he got married, guarding their compound. His family's rich, but yet he don't want anybody else to be rich in the United States of America. That's socialist bullshit. Call it socialist, call it what you want, man. Infiltrated by a piece of shit. Call it for what he is, man. But he over there fucking living it up and shit, man. But no. He don't believe in people making an honest living and getting rich, off honest work and shit. He don't believe in that, man. But his family, they can. They can make money. But the peasants outside that compound, oh no, how dare you make any money? Government run supermarkets. Free rent. No police. Social workers instead. Then I see somebody out here talking about Trump signing an executive order about the homeless people, the people with mental problems, man. the ones that are, out there. And people are saying, oh, they're going to start rounding people up now. They're going to start throwing people in re-education camp. No, man, they're going to take the sick, the mentally, off the streets and put them somewhere where they can get help. Because a good percentage of people want to live on the streets that are perfectly normal. It's either about drugs and alcohol and shit, but a good percentage of people are normal that live on the streets. We're talking about the ones that are sick and need help, man. And I don't see nothing wrong with that. But, people are going to use that as a clickbait, actually, and shit, man, to get you to watch the videos. But that's not what that executive order is about, man. It's about getting these people off the streets that really need to be put somewhere where they can get some help, man. Because you take people like that, and even if you gave them housing and shit, a good percentage of them that got mental problems, they're not going to even live in an apartment, even if you gave it to them rent free and shit. They're too far out there and shit. Them are the ones that Trump's talking about. Well, I hope everybody's doing good today. Me? Yeah, I'm doing good, man. Went over a friend of mine's, man, and had a barbecue and shit, and we just chilled, and everything was good today. Humid, real humid. But summertime, what you expect, man. But the closer your binary sun gets to us, the warmer it will get. They can blame it whatever they want to blame it. And I got to put on my glasses, man. I want to see what's going on in there. What's up, squad? A new song. That's a big crack rock. Yeah, don't tell Hunter Biden that, though, bro. Hunter Biden, you say that about fucking that, man. Hunter Biden be up there, man, trying to smoke it. And that's another thing. Oh, Hunter Biden could run for president. And just shut up, man. Oh, he's intelligent. No, he ain't intelligent, man. It's not intelligent at all, man. Tell you his truth, his father really wasn't that intelligent either, man. Yeah, they want you want the Epstein files? So be it, man. So be it. And it gets me. These people come out here and make videos and shit, and saying they know what's happening, and what's going on and shit, man. Yeah, how the fuck? Were you privileged or something, man, to that kind of information? I don't think so. Maxwell, ain't nobody know what the hell she was saying. Man. They're already sitting there saying that Trump pardoned her ass already, you know? And like I said before, man, the Democrats were in some serious possession of Trump being involved in any of that shit, they would have came out a long, long time ago when they were in power and shit. And they threw everything at the man and shit, but made everything up, man. Russia, Russia, Russia. Made up. And then people should go to jail, man. The lovers. All of them, man. Obama, you're not putting him in jail, man. Obama's not going to jail. And just like Trump, man, he if he's in office, he can do certain things. But when you look at what he did, though, it don't really got anything to do with his power representing the people of the United States of America. I mean, it probably could be argued in court if it ever made it to the Supreme Court. Probably could be argued of treason for what he did and being outside the limits of his power. But no, I don't think he'd go to prison at all or jail because just like Trump, man, that shit don't apply to him, man. But once again, as long as it's in the boundaries of his power, and he did step outside his power by doing that, but he'll never be found guilty, man. And I don't think the Supreme Court will. I think they'll do just like they did with Trump, What's fair for one is fair for another. But all the rest of them, shit, they all go to jail, man. Treason, like that, you probably get a few of them on lying under oath. That's probably the extent of it, maybe 2 or 3 of them. But people wish for a lot more than that, man. And good luck with that, man. Yeah, just chilling and thought I'd come out here and talk a little bit about 31 there. I like to call it 31. It's an inside little joke to me, man, but why is it all of a sudden these objects, interstellar objects, are starting to pop up? Because it happens every so many thousands of years. These two galaxies cross paths, man. Milky Way ain't alone. Once in a while, another galaxy comes. Outer bands, it's like a hurricane, like I said, man. It's outer bands, man. Before that hurricane hits short of the eye and shit, you get them outer bands and shit, man, spinning around. And they're way, 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 way out there, man. Way out there. And then over here, you have another galaxy and the same thing. And these outer bands are way, 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 way out there. And they cross each other. So, it's the best way I could say it, man. People say, "Oh, you're talking out your ass. You know what you're talking about." Well, seems like I was right. Been right for a long time. Like I said, the only thing I ain't been able to show you yet, and that's getting here, is AKA Nibiru, Planet X, any way you want to call it. But that's my final thing, man. So many people's final thing, to be honest with you. That's why you gotta believe in the Lord Jesus Christ, the King of Kings, man. He's the only one that ain't lied to each and every one of us, man. kind of funny, man. We ain't been having a lot of airplane traffic at a lower altitude. It's been way up there. That's when we've been like everybody. They're getting everybody, man. I don't care where you're at. And let's say anywhere in the world, but United States of America, that's where I'm at. You're getting these downpours of heavy downpours, man, and sitting over top of areas and shit. And I tell you a reason for a couple of reasons why that's happening too. It's because the underground aqueous, the water that's under the earth, under your feet, they have to be refurbished. They have to be filled back up. Where they could use it down below. Oh, did I say something I shouldn't have said? Oh well, man, what they gonna do? Over the years, I have quoted a lot of shit, man, in my videos, whether through music, straight up saying it, binary code. It don't matter, man. I know I have to toe the line on certain things and shit, not because I'm scared of what they'll do to me. No, not for that reason. Because there is a law, man, through all space and time. There's only so much you can say, man, and it's more or less has to do with the not giving the upper hand on advancement, man, which is understandable. Look where you're at right now with the technology. You ain't you're only seeing just a little smidget, just a little smidget of what they're in possession of, man. But a lot of these programs and shit, the black op programs that taxpayers pay for, don't really cover cover the expense of what they're doing. So why not sell the human species phones, smartphones, smart TVs? Why don't you give them a little bit of that technology and make money off it? And they can continue on with their programs. There ain't nobody ever consented to none of this, man. Then I have to remember the Lord Jesus Christ, King of Kings. People do allow themselves to be subjects to the brainwashing, the experiments, the changing of your DNA, the changing of your air, the changing of your water, the changing of your food. How many just don't care now that your tomato skins are a lot tougher? Well, that's where they can ship them. They alter the food, man. They alter the water. They alter the air, your DNA, and people are just submissive towards it. I'm just living in you now, man. I just passing through for a minute. It's like to you, a second's a second. To God, a second's like 100 million years. Space and time, endless. It's endless. It's all endless, man. But this planet here ain't. Someday it won't be here. And that's a fact. But nobody worries about the now and shit. Oh, that's billions of years down the road. All right. Like I said, man, tell the dinosaurs that. Once upon a time on this planet, the human species was down to what? Less than 2,000? Almost completely wiped out, man. But they did destroy their other creations, if you want to say that, or the human species that they didn't get right. Yeah, we ain't supposed to talk about aliens, though, man. But I'm not Alex Jones. A couple different reasons. One, I talk about aliens and ain't scared about doing it, Alex Jones. And two, I don't beat on women like he does. It's just a replacement, man. When they killed William Cooper, they had to set somebody in place for him and shit. And then Alex Jones got too big for his britches and shit, man. But that's they like to show you and tell you the truth, and that's when Alex Jones comes in. Nobody's going to change a damn thing, man. Even be, he's because he was telling you the truth about so many things and shit. Ain't nothing changed, has there? Ain't nothing changed since I've been here. Things get worse and worse and worse. You're becoming more and more and more and more slaves of your own free will, though. I mean, I gotta be honest, man. You just very few people sit there and stand up and fight back for what they know is right. It's just too easy to go to Burger King, McDonald's, and the grocery store and shit. And I get it, because of the population and shit. I get it, man. But that's a downfall, man. Because the more and more the population expands on this planet, the more and more you become dependent on the government, man. And then they sent out some kind of fucking virus and they kill millions and millions and millions of you to get the population down a little bit. Like they doing so much to you, man. It's unbelievable. Autism, Alzheimer's, dementia, cancer. The list goes on and on and on. And it's getting and it's getting worse and worse and worse. But yet they can't explain it. It's because they're doing it. And once again, they tell you they're doing it. And people just sit there and submit to it. I live here now, man. I have to use this technology. I have to eat the same food, man. I try to eat halfway decent, but that don't happen, man. So I like what I like anyway. MH, what up, though? Doing okay? Good to see you. How's things going in Hawaii? You're going good here in the state of Michigan. Ain't done a whole lot this summer, man. Don't did a they had a car show yesterday too, man. I didn't even go down there. A friend of mine wanted me to go down there, but didn't feel like it, man. It's the same thing as it was last year and the year before and the year before that. But yeah, you're gonna see this planet start getting a little bit more crazier, man. So like I say, the first couple objects that went by interstellar, they were small. And as you notice, they're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Like I said, they try saying it's 7 miles wide. It ain't. It's more close to 20 miles wide. And the next one that comes by will be bigger than that. And then all of a sudden, here comes that planet that don't exist. Yeah, they want you to focus on that shiny object and shit, not the truth and shit. Can't they don't want other people to have opinions and beliefs and theories either. They want to put out there because everybody just repeats herself out here. One person says it and shit, man, that's working for them, and then the rest of these people out here on these socialist platforms follow suit and start regurgitating the same shit. I'm the only one that said, this, that these objects are going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. I'm the only one coming out here telling you this. You know, could this one hit Earth? It's a possibility, man. Could hit the moon, could hit Mars. It's a possibility. But that ain't what I'm worried about. I'm worried about the big one coming by, man. It's like happened with Mars and shit, ripped off its atmosphere and then collided with the planet and shit, man, and caused the asteroid belt. And we're gonna have another asteroid belt, man. Have two asteroid belts. It's been written down. It's just people don't know how to read, I guess. Even God talked about it. They want to call them angels, fallen angels. How about aliens, man? Evil aliens, huh? How about giving them their real name, man? Why don't call them by their real names, man? Call the good ones angels. Good aliens. Fallen fallen angels. Kind of make them sound like they ain't so terrible, huh? You say fallen aliens. And it sounds a little bit worse, a little bit more scarier, a little bit more truthful. Well, I'll smoke a little bit more of this and go inside, man, and call it tonight. As much rain as we got, mosquitoes ain't that bad, man. I ain't seen no bats. I definitely ain't seen. Well, I seen a few monarch butterflies. That's because I grow milkweed, but just a few, not as many as it normally is. Bees, I ain't seeing hardly any at all, man. But you try to point that stuff out, man. People don't. Maybe where some people are at, man, they got all kinds of bees and mosquitoes and bats. But I'm telling you, man, even the squirrels disappeared, man. Got a couple showed up recently in the last couple of days, but all the other ones, man, they're all gone, man. This whole town, man. You can see the change in the animals and the insects. Vegetation seems to be doing all right, man. Growing pretty good with all that downpours we get. Trees, the trees look halfway decent this year. Look, I just said I ain't seen a bat, man, and a bat flew by. Here we go. But there's not as many. Well, that's the first bat I've seen shit so far this year, so I'm not too sure if it was a bat or not, man. It might have been a bird, but caught it out of the corner of my eye. Yeah, I thought the guy around the corner was killing the squirrels and shit, man. Cause my other neighbor was telling me that he's seen them shooting them, and he's got feeders in his yard and shit, man. And I think the feeders. That's what I was thinking. I thinking the feeders had poison in them, but more and more I drove around this whole town and shit, man. Cause I could drive a block and see 5, 6 squirrels on one block, man. No shit. Yeah, I don't. I drove around another day ago last week and shit too, man. And I hardly seen a squirrel at all. For a while there, I didn't see any squirrels. I, I thought, oh, maybe it's because of the heat and shit, but it's been normal. It's been normal here, man. As far as the heat goes. Even I'll be honest, even the rain itself is pretty close to normal, but it's just coming all at one time. Major downpours and shit. It ain't like it rain for a day or two and then rain for another day or two. The garden variety rain stuff. Throughout the summer and shit. No, it rain harder and hell, man, and shit, and then in 4 or 5 days, man, be kind of normal with the weather itself. But no, it's not unusual hot here, man. For 90-degree weather days, I think we're right about average. It might even be below average, to tell you the truth. I'm not sure how many we get in Michigan a year. during the summer months. 12 maybe, I think. Maybe a dozen. We'll get a few more up in August, and then sometimes we get one or two in September. But it's the other things you notice, man, like the insects, the bees, mosquitoes, squirrels, the bats. If you ain't got no mosquitoes and hardly any bugs and shit, and bats that go somewhere where there is. Freaking flies though, man, they're plentiful. I'll tell you that much, man. They're plentiful. That's that's normal, but they ain't disappeared. Flies ain't disappeared at all, man. I'm sitting in the car with the window rolled down and shit, man. I should be being attacked right now by mosquitoes. There's been times in the past years I sat out here and had to turn my video off and tell everybody I can't take it no more. Mosquitoes are killing me, man. Yeah, people want the Epstein files. You're going to get them. You're going to get it. I honestly believe Trump ain't never been to Epstein Island. I believe he's telling the truth about that. But I know they were friends and shit, man. And Epstein is his main thing was fucking money laundering and shit. So Trump ain't 100% innocent. He'd be like Biden and pardon himself. Fuck it. There goes the ducks flying south, man. Unbelievable. It's July. And I guess they're getting a head start, huh? I'm surprised I could see them, man. It's starting to get dark. There goes another group. Heading southeast more. But they are coming from the north. Seagull's been acting weird too, man. They're ways away from the shoreline, water line, man. They're 30 miles away, man. They're out in the middle of fields and shit. Well, call it tonight, I guess. Put a lid on it like Biden. Tomorrow, wake up to some more bullshit, huh? Oh, hang on a minute. my glasses out to reading chat, and I ain't even reading them. Yeah, some guy with a knife, man, up there up north. He stabbed like 11 people and shit, but they had a guy was there was carrying a gun and shit, man. Put the guy in check and shit, but yeah, nut job, man. Stabbed 11 people, I think it was. And then a bunch of people surrounded his ass. One guy had a gun and shit, man. And took control of the situation and shit. But you get shit, you get mass shootings and shit, man, and parties and shit. And Grand Rapids, Detroit, shit, you're talking 4 or 7 people were shot. It's just a normal day, man, especially in the summer. People don't know how to act, man. There ain't no peace, love, and understanding, respect. A week or so ago, I had that teenager steal that car with the baby in the back of it. Drove some, I don't know, 30, 40 miles, man. Crashed out and shit. But that ain't the first time he's done it. I think he's done it 3 or 4 times, man. Should lock his ass up the first damn time. I'm sure he's going to be locked up for quite a while now, man. Stealing that car with the baby in the back seat. I don't get it. Kidnapping and endangering the life of an infant and shit, man. Fuck all that, man. I don't know. That's that mental health shit, man. You know? Non-parenting too, man. You should be able to tell when your kid's a little fucking off center, man. You know? But they allow them to get on the internet and shit, man, and these video games and all that other crazy shit. What this guy's doing? The guy smoking a joint or a cigarette and dropped it and can't find it. Get out and look for it. I do believe he was smoking a joint and he dropped it, man. And stopped the road and get out and find it. Now he's got a piece of shit hot rod. Sounds like crap, bro. All right, man. Peace, love, and understanding. Much respect to be that of God and God's army because you're an army to fear, man. And these things are going to get more and more are going to start coming through and shit. And they're going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, man. So all of a sudden, bam, boom, bam, bing. Nibiru. But till then, the chaos and shit it's going to cause, man. Not this one so much. This one, the ones that are coming behind it, shit. It's, like I said, it's awfully funny. All of a sudden, these things. This is the third one. All of a sudden, the third one it's come to yeah, because the crossing paths, man. Them 2 hurricanes, man. The outer arms, man, are crossing path. You'd be doing the same thing in reverse towards them, though. Slinging shit at them, so. All right, y'all have a blessed night, man.